But, you know, we can rant about this shit. Because I will probably get amped up just by looking at it. I'm already looking at it a little bit and it's pissing me off. I'm not putting it up on my stream because I don't want people to see the name and like go off on her or like, I don't know, give more than it's worth. I don't know. I don't like putting people's stuff up without their permission. If I'm going to talk about it, I just won't fucking show it. So this person posted some ideas on how to cancel student debt. And I think you'll understand pretty quickly why I'm pissed, especially people my generation and other newer generations. Live with your parents or roommates. Stop eating out frequently / make your own food / and buy your own alcohol. Get a second job or side hustle. And stop spending on unnecessary luxuries. Anyone want to add some other ideas? Oh, did you see the thread, Gio? Yeah, so I already went off on a rant on this on Twitter, but it was enough to where I'm just like, I need to stream this because I am pissed, and Twitter is not enough because I see these all the fucking time, and I can't do it anymore. Like, that is such bullshit. Like, someone says enlist in the military. Okay, that's an idea, but not everyone wants to go in the military and, like, not everyone wants to go in the military and risk their life. I just want to note that a lot of times people do go into professions, they go to... No, they don't though. My sister is struggling to stay in her profession because there's just not... Well, especially right now because of the recession and because of the pandemic, all those jobs are gone. There's not many. Oh, you meant don't. Okay, I'm just like, no. You go into freaking debt, and then you don't even get a job in your goddamn profession. Yeah, it is. I guess my sister's doing okay with getting into a position for her. She's had a couple positions for her job, but it's just the pandemic is being a shit right now. But there's someone that says get a degree you can actually use to find a real job. One, that's true. But two, you need someone every sort of degree because you're going to need that someone for something. But three, just because you get a degree in something that you can get a job for doesn't mean you'll get a freaking job, unfortunately. You had a boss at a construction production company who went to school for agriculture engineer. Jesus. But... Someone replied to him, this reminds me of the financial planning experts who insist that we can all save an extra $500 a week if we just cut down on our latte consumption. They all neglect to mention that the U.S. median individual income is $43,206 a year, $553 a week after the government takes their third. Yeah, because people only live on $53 a week. That's totally what happens. Is that true? Oh, that would be such bullshit. Oh, my friend. I'll look at it later. But I just read this and I'm just like, you know what? Stop blaming it on the people who go to fucking college about not being able to pay off something that's $400,000. No, okay, not 400. I'm thinking a house right there, but that takes 30 years to pay off, which is crazy. But it's still in 10 years you have to pay off like $150,000, which is still as much as a house or even half a house depending on the size you get and where you get it. Like, it's an insane amount that people are expected to pay off on not only, and even if you get a job in your profession, some of them are still minimum wage, which you can't survive on minimum wage of that $7 fucking an hour. That is such bullshit. You cannot live off of that. And so it's just like, when I read this, I'm just like, Stop blaming on the people who are trying to make something of their lives and saying that they need to change all this, and stop spending on luxuries when, you know, maybe once in a while they get a freaking coffee that's a little bit more expensive to treat themselves because they work their goddamn asses off. Maybe instead we should look at the people who are buying 20 fucking yachts just because they can. No one needs, what is it, $1 trillion that Jeff Bezos is going for? He has like 200 billion right now. No one needs that fucking much money. Like, you will never use that much money. Unless you just, like, start buying companies and companies and companies. Like, I'm not saying that everyone has to be on exactly the same level. Like, yes, the rich people can still be rich. Give them a few million a year. But make it so people can survive off of what they are making. Like, we have people struggling to eat and feed themselves and their family and stay in their homes. That's not okay when there's people buying those 20 yachts, going on all these vacations, and then they're like, oh, you just need to not drink so much coffee, or oh, you need to focus on the necessities and not the luxuries, when all they do is buy luxuries. And that's such bullshit to me. You have a full-time job that makes $477 a week, and you end up only getting $70 left after weekly bills or expenses, and that's with you having a roommate. And one of the things on here says living with your parents and or roommate. That obviously doesn't help worse shit. I mean, it's not bad, but I can't imagine what it's like for the people with children making what I make. Well, and not only that, it's like, the very first thing is, live with your parents. People are going and getting degrees and getting jobs to move out of their parents' house to become their own fucking person. Not to live with their parents for the rest of their fucking lives trying to pay off for college, because that's fucking ridiculous. Yes, I lived with my parents for a couple months, but that was a transition. My sister lived with her parents for a couple months, but once again, that was a transition. It's not a permanent fix of paying off for college. It's so fucking stupid. Hi, Deku. Duku. That was actually just responded. But I'm like, oh, I'm so pissed. I need to look at. Yeah, major feels, man. I might need to go get a Powerade because I can already feel my throat getting sore. You know what? I need to do something real quick. I'm turning off channel points right now. I feel like this isn't the stream to have them on. What did you miss? It's just me ranting. So, like, I found... Whoopsie. Oh, no, that's still up. Okay. So, I found... So, this person had posted, just for a quick background, here are some ideas to cancel student debt. Live with your parents or roommates. Stop eating out frequently / make your own food / buy your own alcohol. Get a second job or side hustle. Stop spending on unnecessary luxuries. Anyone want to add other ideas? And for me, and what I had reposted, what did I say? I don't want to log out. Go to my thing. The way I had shared it, and the way I had said it. Where did it go? Where did my post go? Stop living your life and just put all your money into your debt. Just stop living. You should just stop living. You shouldn't have any fun. You should only put stuff into your debt. And to me, that is how I read that. And it's just the stupidest bullshit of, like, here are people struggling and trying to feed themselves, trying to get out of the student debt, and then you got these freaking people worth $200 billion who will never be able to use that much money, who's trying, which he has said, he's trying to be the first trillionaire, which is the stupidest thing and should be stopped right away, if you ask me, because no one needs that money, and that just shows that all they're going to do is doing shit for money. So whatever they do, whatever they change, it's only for them to make more money and not to help greater humankind. And they are just, I won't lie, they're kind of pieces of shit. It's bull, 100%. And it's just like, oh, it just ticks me off. It's like the whole, oh, you want a house? Well, stop buying avocado, stop making avocado toast. People, oh my god, like literally, you'd have to stop, you'd have to not, it's like, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm kind of trying to think of words. You literally can't spend that much money. They 100% are, and there are people dying on the streets. People should be able to go to college without having... Don't forget to stop buying lattes because saving that $4 a day really makes a difference when you pay us. So let's see. 4 times 7. 21. 21 times 52. So that is $1,092. So $1,000, pretty much. To pay off 50,000K in loans, that is still 50 fucking years! Even if you just take the lattes out. That is still 50 years to pay off that loan. That is ridiculous. So no, that doesn't make a big difference because it's still going to take you over half your life. Why should people be in debt so fucking long that they can't even enjoy life? No, I won't lie, no fucking wonder that suicide rates are so high because all we have look to is debt, debt, and more debt. We don't get to look forward to retirement. We don't really get to look forward to having homes. I'm lucky that I found a job and Zach has a job that we're able to work together and get a home, but we could never do that separately. There's no fucking way. If either one of us lost our job, we would struggle like freaking crazy. We're lucky as hell. But there are other people who aren't. Eat cup of noodle once a day for the rest of your life and you can afford... Actually, you definitely couldn't, because you eat cup of noodle once a day for your life, you're going to get fucking sick. And then you're going to have fucking medical bills and you will still never get anywhere. Because I ate, like, for a week straight, I just had, like, a bag of ramen, and I fucked myself up so bad that way. Someone says, and be an entrepreneur. But here's the thing, not everyone can. Not everyone can be an entrepreneur, and you might try and be, but it might not work out, and you might just go into more debt. Hard work, determination, faith, and plan can work. Yeah. It's okay to be against predatory stuff. $4 a week for food, if that. Like, don't have any sort of life. I could probably make $10 a week for food work. It would be rice and beans, and it would suck, but it's still, and it's the worst though. But then there's the people like, I'm gonna have caviar on top of my caviar. Like, slap a bitch. I've been trying to start my business for a year. Don't want to do it by entering debt and you don't have enough money for machines. No, exactly. It's not. You're just going to go into more debt. And if you can't get out of it, you're stuck. I've been working my ass off on my stream stuff, but I can't just quit my job and go in, like, dive head deep into it because we will go into debt. And I can't promise that I will be able to make enough money. And you know something? I'm pretty sure research shows if we did free college for people, it actually wouldn't be that fucking expensive. Like, I am 100% with $10 off a month off of my income if it meant free education for everyone. Straight up, I'd be okay. Yeah, exactly. You can't always get the support. And that's one of the things is with more people are becoming streamers now. Is now there's less support. Like, I've seen people like, oh, it's great that so many people become streamers. No, actually, it's not. Like, it's cool that you're trying something fun, but support is now gone because of it. So it's so much harder to grow because you don't have that support. Shirt that says stop being poor. No shit. Oh, I love this person that said, the last bullet point is the trick. I don't want to scroll up. Actually, hold on. Last bullet point. Stop spending on unnecessary luxuries. Says the last bullet point is the trick. I gotta live luxuries like health insurance. That alone freed up $300 a month. And the second job tip, even better, get a third job. I don't sleep anymore, but I'll have my loans paid off in full by 65, then you can start saving for retirement. Like, that is just the stupidest fucking shit. Like, that person is so right. Like, we have to have health insurance because it's so expensive not to. Like, if I didn't have health insurance, I'd be probably about $20,000 from the health stuff I've had over the past year. And still then, it's $300 a month. For me, it's a lot cheaper, but for some, it's $300 or $1,000 a month for it, which is insane. Why should you have to spend so much money to make sure you stay alive and you stay healthy? Why isn't that just a human right to be healthy? And then the second job tip, even better, get a third. Once again, don't live your life, just work, get rid of fucking everything, just be a lonely old little shit. And yeah, then everything will be alright. You can get rid of your debt and do fucking nothing else with your life. You need to do other shit with your life. Like, go and live your life and be happy. And like I said, full by 65 and then start saving. You should be retiring by 65, and right now it's hard for us to look forward to retirement because we don't know if we're going to get retirement. It's insane. I see people 80 years old still working. I'm just like, am I going to be stuck like that? Some people complain about the cost from local businesses and then turn around and rant about how we need to support them. But even then, it's not that expensive. Especially if, like, it's not that expensive. Especially since knowing that it's handmade and all that. It's not that bad. A cup, $2 extra more. That's... Yeah, this person says, how long should one person work 2 jobs instead of concentrating but building one's career? Because, like, you're not, if you're working 2 or 3 jobs, you won't even be able to focus on what you went for college for. At that point, what is the point? One of your coworkers is 70? See, that's so shitty. They should be retiring by now. Unless, okay, now I get it if that's all you want to do. If work is what you want to do and you don't really want to retire, okay, I can understand that. That's fine, that's up to you. But I want to retire and have some fun. Okay, this person has a good point. This person I actually think is a smart answer. Community college for the first 2 years. Really smart because then you could get all your pre-creds out of the way. And then you can just transfer them to the next college. But then also in high school, take college courses, not honor classes. Because in honor classes, yes, you can take the class and you might get college credit if you pass the test. But if you do the actual college, you'll get the credit. You still have to pass the class, but you'll get the credit, not you have to pass this test to get the credit. I don't think I got college. No, I did get college credit. I still had to retake the classes, though, in college, which is fucking bullshit. Worked for a family-owned ice cream shop that wouldn't last a year because people complained about the prices, so they went to the competitor. That's big. Yeah, because they're able to sell it cheap. But what's sad is some of the family-owned businesses are so much better. There's a burger place called Mountain High Burgers. It's like by Snoqualmie Pass kind of ish on the way up there. Yeah, Running Start. Instead of AP classes do Running Start. But so it's called Mountain High Burgers, and I'm pretty sure it's family owned. It's not a big thing. It has local mountain names for their burgers, like Mount Rainier and Mount St. Helens and stuff like that. Holy fucking shit! That is some of the best burgers and the milkshakes I have ever had. The fries with the fry sauce. Like seriously, when I choose to go get a burger, that's where I go. Especially on a trip. Like, if we're passing by there, we're getting a burger there. Yes, it's more expensive than McDonald's, but goddamn does it taste hella better. And you know what? We can do that because we have a little bit of extra money. Some people can't support local businesses because they don't make enough money to do that. They only have enough money to not even survive. And we think that's, so many people think that's okay. They bring the boys to the yard, all the boys. One person put 50K times 4 years equals 200K for bachelors. A job with bachelors might start off around 40 to 50K if you're lucky. Spend no money at all and all your salary went to loans, you would make a minimum of 4 years without interest to pay that back. Someone says, to be fair, don't these people know that they would have to pay back the money? Not all schools cost 50K a year. I'm all for helping people, but at what point are you responsible for your decisions? And I know. All the milkshake. So yes, it is a decision to go to school. But the thing is, we need people to go to school. We need people to go to school, and we need people to also not go to school. We need the people who's going to do the shit jobs like work McDonald's, or the shit jobs like having to clean shit. Or just even like making deliveries and stuff that you don't need a college for. Like, we need those type of people, which we need to support them enough to survive at the very, very least. I think that everyone should make enough to survive and live a little. Like, go on a vacation one fucking year. And what the people who are going to college is trying to help. Usually, for the most part, if they're going to college, they're getting a job to help make this a better place. They could be becoming a doctor, an engineer. They can be doing all the shit that is helping people. So why don't we help them, rather than making them have to pay back all these freaking loans, barely surviving, trying to help other people? Why can't we help them as well? Why not make it so people have a college so we can put people into careers that help build the economy and help build this nation? It is stupid. And like, even then, I see all these people talking about having to work 2-3 jobs, and it's like, it didn't used to be this way. People could work one job and get a house. I'm pretty sure my grandpa just worked his job, and they had a big ass fucking house, and it was the most amazing house. Me and Zach working together could never even imagine getting it, even though it's falling apart now. It's still way out of our budget. And that's where we're at now, is we have to work 10 jobs just to try and get people have to work 10 jobs just to get a house. Whereas before, one person pays for the house and the other person just lives there and has kids. That's how it used to be. And now, God, let me find, I'm pulling up some statistics. We're pulling up the statistics, boys! Yeah, it used to be you could work one job and pay for college and pay rent. That was enough. Back then you made $8 an hour and that supported everything. Now you gotta work 3 jobs just... Well, yeah, because back then you made $8 an hour. Now you make $7.75 an hour and everything went up. Offload, jeez. Get done at work and get home, man. Cost of college increased by more than 25% in the last 10. Comparing college rates from now. 1988 to 2018. Let's look at this. Oh, this is the in 1940, the home median value was $2,938. By 2000, it had risen to $119,600, and today it's just over $200,000. Even adjusted for inflation, the median home price in 1940 would have only been $30,600 in 2000. That's insane. That's insane. Like, how much more is that? Hold on. Calculator. 119,600 times divide by 36. That's still 4 times as much as it should be. So right now, our rates, well, at 2000, our rates should have been 4 times they were making. So instead of, say, if it was $5, they should be making $20 an hour just to keep. So 4-year institution paid an average of $3,190.87.89. 30 years later, average is $9,974.17. That's a 213. What colleges? Oh, because that must be like community college and stuff. Because private schools used to be 15,000, and now it's nearly 35,000, 129%. Because I was gonna say we were paying like 30 grand a year. I'm like, who the heck's paying only 10 grand a year? But like, look at this increase: 15, 21, 20. More than 2. It's up 163%. Americans struggle with a collective of $1.4 trillion in. Average income from 1988. 1980, right? $7,900 up to 8. Average. There's no way 83,000 is the average. Median is 30,000. I don't know where the fuck that thing's getting 30,000. I got them wrong. What is the median income in 1988? $34,016. So the median house come in with 63,000 2018. So it shows that it technically kind of doubled, but hold on. But this has got college tuition has gone up more than twice as much. Wow. The inflation is 4.19% per year for housing between 1967 and 20. So should be a way to calculate that. So 2020 minus 1967. So that's 53 years times by that can't be. $20 53 years times by 4.1. That's 222%. Wow. Is that right? How do you get percentage? Is it 1,000 divided by that is 1 million. 100,000 divided by that's 11. I don't know. How do you do that? 800... 800... Yo, can you help me? 8.8%? Did it go up? No, that's not. That's well more than 8.8%, is it not? That is 8 times more. That's 8.8 times more. That's not percentage, that's how many times more. Whereas we made twice as much. Like, the median was twice as much. This is 8 times. And then on top of that, schooling is like another 2 times. No, it's well more than 2 times as. It's well more than 2 times as much. From what I can tell, I know I'm not 100% correct on that, but you can see just like the inflation amount is just absolutely insane. We're expected to do the same as what people before us did, where we work one job and we could afford shit, but that's not how things are anymore. And that's just not right, if you ask me. Like, at the very least, if someone works one job, they should be able to pay off their debts. And they should be able to live a life. They should be able to have an apartment and get food and take a vacation once a year. Like, come on. Why is that so fucking hard? Yeah, and then these people are saying that their niece forego a purchase of a used car to get herself back and forth to work, doesn't eat out, and has a second job and spends very little money on luxury just to pay off their loan. And a car would help them, but they can't do it because they have to pay off their other loans. $5 at most of these were able to pay off college really quick. Or their parents paid off college who says, just do this. I'm guessing, I'm just taking a wild guess that a lot of them did not have to do that. That's what I've noticed. It's like, people are like, oh, you just get rid of these things because you don't have to have them, but then they've never had to do that. Until they know what it's like to have to get rid of things, they shouldn't be able to say jack shit. Yeah, no kidding. Listen to wealthy people tell you it's easy to avoid / pull yourself out of student debt. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps, which if I'm not mistaken from the other day, I actually heard that started out as a fucking joke because it's literally impossible to pull yourself up by bootstraps. Like, literally, you cannot just grab your bootstraps and pull them up. So it started off as a joke, but now people is saying you just pull yourself out by the bootstraps, but you literally physically can't. And even in the workforce, you can't. You can't just pull yourself up by the bootstraps anymore. Don't have a no kidding. Don't have a health emergency. That just takes all your money. I'm 37 and married with a child. I should live with my mom and get a second. An idea: stop allowing public colleges and university to raise tuition every year at 2 to 3 times the annual cost of living. Yeah. No one's saying that people are getting rich working at college. The college is getting rich. Like, it's like when I talk about, like, the amount people make. Like, I do think there should still be millionaires. They work a lot of them. Not all of them, a lot of them actually worked hard for their money. So yeah, give them money to go and spend and have a great life and all that. But don't give them so much money that they literally just can't spend it when there's people that can't feed themselves. Or can't live a life. Like, we're supposed to be... as far as we know, we have one life to live. Why should we make it to where there are people that can't live that life? Why should they have to struggle through life of trying to just make money to survive? Like, they should be able to have fun and enjoy what they have. So why can't we help figure out how to balance that so then people can? So everyone every year could go take a week vacation with their family. To go say hello to their loved ones and hug them. To go say goodbye to their loved ones. Like, I don't know. Blaming it on the individuals rather than the system. And it's the system that needs to change. And we need a full overhaul. Straight up, we need a full overhaul of just everything. If there was a way to just do a full clean slate to figure out where to balance this, we need to do that. And the part that sucks oh yeah, no kidding. And the fact that billionaires are getting freaking bailouts, that's such bullshit. Bail out the fucking small companies, not the big companies, because you know what? They have enough fucking money, they'll survive. They're just taking money from them. And they've actually shown that there was people just taking money for themselves rather than like big companies, rather than the small companies were not taking it to try and make sure other people can help them. We need a fucking overhaul of everything. Make this right. And it's not going to work. Hard part. I don't you guys realize how much I want to go into so much shit right now. Like, that has to do with government, that has to do with our president, has to do with literally everything. Like, I just want to go off into rants on that. I don't know if I want that coming up on here. Oh, that's the other point. People... I've seen so many things of millennials are causing this to go out of business. Millennials are causing this to go out of business. But millennials have no fucking money to help support the businesses. Like, even local businesses. And it's just like, well, they're killing this industry. It's like, well, we can't help it because guess what? We don't have the money to help them. So, what do you want us to do? It just... Oh my god, I'm... Need people to go to college. Need them to work the jobs. Help run the economy. Need people go into what is it called, like the technical trades and learn those, go into those trades, need people that decide not to go to college, go into just the kind of menial tasks or whatever, and do those to keep the economy going. That's not what we do. Instead, we just blame it all on the little people that you have a shit ton of money you owe, and you have a minimum wage job. It's your fucking fault that you can't get a job. Your freaking profession. It's like, but there's no jobs in your profession because no one is retiring because they can't afford to retire. And then you're not ever going to retire, so the people behind you won't be able to, like, get the jobs that they need. And it's just a fucking circle. It's a circle. And it's such a bad circle, and we're destroying ourselves. And there's so much. I really want to go into politics, but I also really don't want to because it's on stream. And politics right now has literally just been driving people apart in this. Not really. Everything's fucking political, and we can't seem to separate politics from one another, from now. We talk about Twitch. Twitch and their, I really want to talk politics right now. So bad. But I would piss so many fucking people off. I know I would. I know I would piss off so many. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Except, of course, I'm going to piss people off with this one, too. Because there's going to be people who think that you just pull yourself up by the bootstraps and fucking deal with it, when that's not how the shit should be. There are shit that you should just fucking deal with, yes. People should be able to live a goddamn fucking life and not just be like, I'm in debt for the rest of my life. People shouldn't be forced into that form of depression. I just go into a full political, like, straight up, I could go into the whole trans rights, I can go into the whole gender stuff, I can go into abortion and the president. I can go into so many things and piss so many people off, but then I want to just I don't think you guys realize I have shoved so much down. I don't fucking post about this stuff. This pisses me off. There's so many posts that people say that you need to be giving. I see people posting like, you need to put in your beliefs, you need to post what you're thinking and use your platform to help teach other people and show what you believe in and all this stuff, and like show what's right and wrong and all that. But everyone's right and wrong is so fucking different at this point. And then you post something that's just a little bit different than what other people think, and you are the fucking bad guy. Straight up. I am afraid to post anything because my thoughts could be just a slight tinge bit different, and it has been before, and I just get beat the fuck up. Because they're just like, no, fuck you, it's like, fucking this, even if it is an opinionated thing. But, and like, it blows my mind how much we hate each other. Have you guys realized that yet? We hate each other. And it's no longer a thing where people can just have a conversation. I'm lucky enough to have found someone I can talk to, where we have our opinions could be so far fucking apart, it doesn't matter, because guess what? We're still friends. We can have a conversation about it and talk like decent human beings rather than attacking each other and calling each other idiots or fuckwads, or you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, or I'm not listening to you, you're right, or you're wrong, I'm right, and like the whole thing where we just literally hate each other. And like, I have tried to avoid, I do avoid calling anyone some sort of name when I'm in a conversation. I just give my argument and my side of the argument, and they just go off like, you bitchwad, you libtard, and it's like, it's that part where everything's going wrong. We're all starting to disconnect from each other. We're starting to no longer have the talks. We're no longer talking, we're just yelling and calling each other names and deciding that it's all one way or the other. There's no in between. It's all black and white. There's no gray. But there is so much gray, and what's right here isn't right here, or it's not fully, you can't fully go this way. It's this far that you need to go, not this far. I have seen families destroyed this year. And a lot of that's because of who our president is. Because so many people are disagreeing between Trump and not Trump. And it's no longer where it's like, yeah, I don't like the president. Oh, well, vote for the next person next time and then whatever. And we can agree to disagree. No, it's a war. And it's so fucked up. People shouldn't be at war with this. There are families that don't agree, so they completely separate. Because they're like, it's so bad. It is so wrong that it's destroying so many people. Okay, I'm getting into politics a little bit. Because you know what? In my mind, in my opinion, if you have a president that divides a country this fucking much, that person should not be president. Doesn't figure out the next person. That person should not be president if it's dividing the country this much. There is something wrong there. We are supposed to be the United States of America, not... I don't fucking know. What is another word for not being united? Fuck. I had to take off my jacket. It's getting fucking hot in here. But like... If one president is causing this many, should they really be president? Is this not just a simple divide anymore? It's literally war between each other. I know there are presidents that have gone against things for a change of good, like, I know what Abraham Lincoln was against slavery, so he abolished that and stuff. That's fucking... But right now, what we're arguing about is not okay, and it's just... It's not right how it's dividing family, and we need a change of leadership to try something new, because something right now is not working. I could go into so much of what I think and all that. I'm gonna try not to. But I personally think if a president is causing this much divide, we need to reevaluate who our leader is and if he really is right for office. Because, like, even when Obama was in office, I don't remember seeing riots all the time. I definitely saw disagreements, that people weren't too happy with him in office, but I didn't see full-on riots, or I didn't see people starting to, like, families literally tearing each other apart at the throat and at the seam. Now, there's definitely some, because we started to open rights more to people, like gay marriage, which is fucking awesome, and I'm sorry if you hate that. Yeah, okay, that's your opinion. I know for some it's their religion and stuff. Okay, that's against your religion. But it's not okay to take your own personal thing and make it someone else's. This is basic human rights. People have the right to live. People have the right of who they're supposed to be. People have the right to get married. People have the right to have kids, to raise kids. Now, there are some spots where, like, maybe not the right to have kids, but, well, I don't know. I can't say not the right, because people can and should be able to have kids if they want to, but there are definitely bad parents out there. I will 100% say that. There are bad parents, and I don't think they should have kids. If we can save those kids from bad parents, I think we should. But everyone has... yes, technically has the right to try, I guess. But that's the thing. So that's the thing with all of this now. There's no black and white. It's all gray. And we say what is right, what is wrong. We say these people have rights, but then it comes to this situation, they no longer have these rights. And it's like, but they're still human. Why are we picking and choosing? Like, I'm trying to think of the best how to explain how this is going through my... I'm going to piss so many people off. I don't even fucking care anymore. I'm just ranting. And by the way, this has no connection to my work or anything. This is just what I think and feel. You know what? If my work hates me, because I say people should have, like, gay people and trans people have their rights, then that is fine. They can fucking hate me all they want. Any job can hate me all they want for me believing in human rights. Because where did we go wrong? I've been trying to find it. Where did we go wrong? Why are we all so divided? I get extremely angry, but also one of the reasons I get angry is I'm passionate about shit. And I hardcore what I believe in, but I also believe in listening to others and what they think and finding that middle ground and finding the correct ground. There are some that's always right, always wrong. There's also gray area. And you have to work together to figure out what's right. It's like, how do we decide that? Who decides that? That's the thing. Who? How? What? And not only that, we go off of rules that could be made hundreds of years ago. Why? Because it's right now it's not the same as 100 years ago. Things are different. Like, things need to catch up and stop being so out of date. Should we not work on that? Like, things were made to be black and white, but they can't be black and white anymore. Especially with all the technology. And all the changes in the world that has happened. Because it's not the same. You have to rewrite something. Something has to be changed. It can't just stay the same. Because when you have advancements and keeping the same, they don't interact well. So they have to be going with each other simultaneously. You have to figure out when and how and what and who and everything. I know I'm rambling and I don't know how much sense I'm making to people right now, but I needed to ramble and rant. Okay, I stopped because so my cat's on my Xbox. His head's like kind of on the edge, like. And oh my god, it's. Can we? Okay, so there are some black and whites on this. If you're cruel to animals, fuck you. Straight up. So fucking adorable. Because animals are fucking adorable. If you're cruel to animals, fuck you. You're gonna get punched in the face. Straight up. That's black and white. That part's black and white for me. Straight up. Speaking of animals, freaking pit bull bans, that's such bullshit, like straight up. God, hold on. So, okay, yeah, that whole thing is such bullshit, where they're like, pit bulls are so much more dangerous inherently. Well, it's because they're trained to be dangerous, which is so stupid. Thing is, any dog can be dangerous, and any dog can be amazing and sweet if you train them right. Have the video ready to go. Starts. May have moved. Go back into ranting in a minute, but this is too adorable not to try and get on camera. I should have done it earlier because I think he moved his head too much, so it's not going to roll off anymore. Oh, I think he pulled in just enough to balance it better. Have to keep an eye on him. Starts to do capture on video, because if I can capture on video, I'm 100% posting it. He's adorable. So happy. Like, I don't get how people can be cruel to animals. Like, when I look at him and these other dogs and cats and horses, snakes scare the crap out of me, but I understand it. And all these, like, I don't see how people can be cruel to them. They're there for love. Like, literally. So cute. But yeah, so with pit bulls, and I wish there needs to be some misconceptions that need to go away. And this really pisses me off. I've noticed on news stories, so if there's a dog attack, if it's a pit bull, they'll say a pit bull. If it's not a pit bull, they'll say a dog attacked. They will not specify the breed. Sometimes they do, but very, very rarely, because it's not a pit bull. And it's like they don't want to give a bad name to any other breed, which is so ridiculous. But it's like, if you train them right, you're going to be fine. My parents have a Chesapeake Bay Retriever Pit Bull mix, and we didn't know she was Pit Bull when we got her, but then we brought her home, and you could see that she was Pit Bull, and we're like, that's a Pit Bull. And oh, she is one of the best dogs in the world, and she's so sweet, and she might lick you to death. Definitely won't eat you to death, though. Not only that, so the whole conception of pit bulls have lockjaw, unlike any other dog. No, stop it. Their jaws are just like any other jaws. They do not have lockjaw. They do not. They have powerful jaws, but so do a lot of other dogs. Now, with smaller dogs, it's hard to tell because guess what? They're smaller and they don't have as much power. But what's funny is, of all the dogs I've met, I've been attacked most by little dogs. I've been almost bit by little dogs hell of a lot more than pit bulls. I have met the sweetest fucking pit bulls. There was a little pit bull puppy at a freaking, like, a water walkway, and he let me pet him. He has a big spike collar on this puppy that's like this big, and it's fucking adorable. And he's like, I'll nibble your fingers, like, not like I'm gonna bite you and eat you, like, oh, I'm gonna nibble your fingers and I'm just gonna be all cute. And it's like, oh, you're so cute. And then they're banned in places because people are idiots. Like, straight up, people are idiots. And that ticks me off a lot. I'm just kind of, I'm not watching the screen as much because I'm really hoping to capture him. Going, so fucking adorable. Right, lovey? Out. I want to go into so much more political stuff, but I'm not going. I'm gonna make it day. Maybe another day. I can already tell some people probably already hate me from some of the shit I've said about a couple of the politics things, but I don't even. Head flick. So how about this? There's a thing that I saw that Monster Cat and Twitch are now teaming up to where if you pay for Monster Cat for at least a month, and it's like $5, that you get Twitch affiliate. Like, you'll be auto applied, and I think you will get Twitch affiliate. So I have a lot of opinions on this. Because like, I worked my ass off for it, but now people can literally just buy affiliate, which kind of ticks me off. So, and like, some people were saying it's good because it brings more money into Twitch and whatnot, and hopefully maybe bring it out to more content creators or help do things better. And also help with DMCA, because like, their music is supposed to be DMCA free, and whoops, don't break that. But what I feel they need to do is, if they're going to do that to where you can just become affiliate by paying for it, there needs to be a step between affiliate and partner. There needs to be a step between affiliate and partner. I saw it too late. But yeah, there needs to be a step between affiliate and partner for those people who have worked hard for it, and not just people who pay for it. Because, like, some people are like, oh, it doesn't get rid of your hard work, but it kind of does. It's like all the hard work you put into it to just become that affiliate. Because, like, they're just like, oh, it's only 50 followers, it's only 3 viewers congruent or whatever, or average. But you know, that was actually pretty hard to get those 3 viewers congruent. And so the fact that people can just now buy their way in kind of hurts after working my ass off. So I feel like there needs to be a middle thing to reach of affiliate that you can buy into, whatever, and then partner. I don't know what to call Pathfinder, because we're finding our path to partner. I don't fucking know. But I feel like that would just make it, then people can have the sense that they did accomplish something, and that they could have just waited and paid for it, or that now people are reaching the level they're at just by paying. Because it's kind of like paying to win. People hate the whole pay to win. So it kind of feels the same way. Pay to win. And I know some people are saying it doesn't bring in the viewers, and I know that's true, but still, like, just knowing that someone's kind of hurts a lot. But I do think it's a good idea to help bring more money into Twitch, but also to help with the DMCA for the most part. I won't lie, I think DMCA is such bullshit. I understand that artists need to make their money and whatnot, and like, whatever it is, I don't fully understand it. It's like, it has to do with music, and the part that I think is bullshit when it's in video games. It's like, and I know Twitch's responses has just been, make sure to read the EULA, I think it is, the letters. And it's just like, if you buy a game, you should be able to live stream it. It's not, people aren't paying to watch you play that game, they're paying to watch it be entertaining. The game is just also fun. And really, if people don't think that streaming has helped boost their sales, I won't lie, then they're freaking idiots. Because straight up, like, just take me for example. I've watched so many games on stream, like so many, or on YouTube, and it's like, damn, that's such a good game, but I can't buy it. I couldn't afford it. But you wanna know something crazy? When I could afford it, I bought it so I could play it myself. If it's story based or a choice one, I bought it so I could make my own choices. So if anything, it's brought in much more people to viewing that game than what there would have been, and made it bigger than what it could have been. So all it really is free. To me, people playing video games is free advertisement. What they're getting paid by is the people who watch them play it and are there for their entertainment. So you're getting free advertisement. The people watching are paying for your free advertisement. like, normally you pay people to play your shit or to advertise your shit, but now not only is it free, the viewers are paying for your shit. Like, to the streamer, but then also to you when they buy the game. Just in my opinion. And like, Twitch is just like, oh, you just mute the thing. But that just changes the whole game. It takes away so much of the experience. You need that music for the experience. Like, that experience is huge. Music is something that makes the game. Or like, even then, like, I saw one, like, they got a DMCA for police sirens. Like, you do not want just a silent game going the whole time. Gotta readjust, Lovey. It's like, you lose so much of the game when you lose all the noise. I know... Bruh. Which maybe, this actually might also be an eye-opener for, help deaf gamers. Because, it's one of the reasons why I have captions on. If someone comes in and they're hard of hearing or deaf, they can still join in and try and follow along of what I'm saying. Now, and I put on captions and all that on my game as well, so they can read and know what's going on. I know it doesn't always have like the bang 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 words or anything like that. I do my best to try and make it as accessible as possible. Maybe it will help people realize or start to learn how to make things more accessible for other people, which would be kind of cool. Increasing accessibility is always great. Oh. I knew I'd get stuck in there. Let's see, Twitch announced another form of advertisement called multiplayer ads. Creators can run these ads which will count towards disabling pre-rolls, result in Twitch order bits to the creator based on interaction. So I don't know fully what they are, but it looks like you like answer some questions and vote for stuff, and you interact with whatever it is, and it disables roles. And truthfully, it looks a bit more fun than just regular advertisements. And it looks a lot more rewarding. So I'm hoping to see how this works based on others. The one single one that I got really pissed off about, and I think they decided to not do it, was where it takes your stream and it minimizes up, like, say, into this corner, and then it's an advertisement. And it mutes your stream, but for the advertisement. So you're missing what's going on up here for this advertisement. Like, if they want it in your stream, it needs to be a banner. No words, nothing, just a banner, because you don't want to miss something so freaking important that you just missed something huge. That would just be sad. So someone on Twitter posted this thing where it's like a 1 like for 1 opinion, and it has a list like 1 abortion, 2 LGBT, etc, 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 and it goes all the way down, and it's really cool. Because that if someone could do a full stream of just that and go into so many topics, it'd be insane. I'm not going to get too much into it because, like, there's some deep ass stuff. Oh, God. Okay, this one. Oh my God, I forgot about this. I'm going through my bookmarks. So this person posted, this was a while ago, sex work is easily harder than being a doctor or a lawyer. If you say otherwise, you are biased and lying because personal morals read. And this person just goes on about like to be a doctor, you just have to go to college and that's it. To have an OnlyFans, you have to have an impenetrable mental and keep your body indefinitely. Oh, exponentially harder than prescribing antibiotics all day. You also have to be a natural born talent. Okay, so here's the thing. Oh. So here's the thing. Doctors do a lot more than just prescribe drugs. You know, like surgeons, you know, perform life-saving surgery. Like, you know, they can open your brain and take tumors out, you know. That's totally not harder than being a sex worker. Like, if you want to be a sex worker and stuff, that is perfectly fine. Have your OnlyFans. If you're that confident with your body and all that, I think that is awesome. You do what you need to do. But don't say that your job is harder than doctors, please. They are both very difficult. And not only that, for doctors, there is a lot of mentality to it. Especially right now with COVID, there are people dying. Could you imagine going into work and knowing that you're going to watch like 7 people die that day? And you're going to be the ones holding their hand and holding their family up through FaceTime, letting them say goodbye, and you just have to hold it in, and you have to stay strong. Could you imagine that? Like, that takes so much that is so much mental stress, and so much craziness, and thing that doctors see, and like, firefighters and medics see, can be so gross and so bad and so much more mentally taxing. Like, I am sorry, but that ticked me off. Like, no, I saw that, I was like, no. Yes, I agree that being a sex worker can be difficult and is probably difficult. Or not, yes, sex work is, but it's not more difficult than being a doctor. I'm sorry, I had to rant about that. I've ranted about it a couple times, but that's just, I don't believe it's harder. Be difficult is not harder, and the mentality isn't only harder on that because doctors also get so much shit, or like people don't agree with what the doctor's saying or whatever. They're like, the doctor didn't fix it right away, so it's all their fault and all this, and it's like, it's not that, oh, this one thing just didn't work for you and we need to try something else. It's the doctor's fault for this. It's like, oh, no. And they have to deal with a lot more people usually, like face to face, and deal with so much more. Nurses too. Fucking nurses are freaking amazing. I will tell you, they are awesome and kind, and they do so much work. They help out so much. Let's... Don't know what this was from. It's really fucking... Oh, so this was a little while ago as well. I'm just going through some bullshit. Hey, Pastel, I'm just going through some bullshit now that happened a while ago that I didn't rant about that I kind of wish I had. So I saw this thing, and some of these are also just funny, ridiculous. So I saw this thing where Burger King had posted this video, where like, oh, they're going on to streams and they're donating $5 for the thing to pop up on their stream, where it's like the voice readout things and all that. And this is one reason why I don't have voice readouts. Where it's like, you look super hungry, here's $5 to go get a Burger King Whopper, this is how much it costs, and blah blah blah. And they're literally advertising themselves on someone's stream. It's like, no, that's not okay. That, and we're not sure, but one person was saying that it's possibly illegal, because people... Oh yeah, this was from so long ago. I haven't heard anything about it since, but like, that was so stupid. Like he said, it could possibly be illegal because you're supposed to pay someone for advertising on their stuff, and it's so crazy. Which, if that's advertising, is playing video games live also advertising? Because then shouldn't we be paid for advertising for free? But if that winds up being true, then you know what? I'd say the way to pay for advertising for free is just make it so people can stream the video games and not have to worry about shit like DMCA. My opinion. and I just want to say this now, this guy's is mostly my opinionated stuff. Everyone's gonna have their own opinions on it, and I love hearing what people stuff. Please don't be rude to each other, don't call each other names. I think name calling is just straight up an asshole move. Trying to see if there's other things. A lot of these are just... That prompts others to just donate to streams to get basically... Yeah, exactly. Okay, here's... I just think... I share... Ah. Man. I know I had posted this. I had posted this somewhere, but I don't know if I'll be able to find it. That's not there. Because mine was better. That I found, which I just found on Twitter again, of the one that I copied. So good! Do 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 do. Oh, I like what this person said. I said I'm not posting names just in case. I don't think it's accurate that silence automatically equals complicity or violence. Sometimes people are silent because they have about a complicated subject and find to mindlessly repeat whatever cliches you are trying to force down their throats. I 100% agree with this because I see and doo-doo. That was it. Sorry, I had to do that real quick. So yeah, no kidding. Fuck you, bot. So I 100% agree with this because, like, when everything's been going on, a lot of people are like, you need to speak. You need to say, they're yelling at people like, you have to say something. You have to use your voice. You have to say something. You have to talk about this. But people don't have to talk about anything they don't want to. And not only that, it's a lot of people did and have taken steps back. I took a step back because it's literally, if you don't view it this way, you're wrong. Like, that's all I saw. Even if you're just a little bit on a different way, like, hey, I agree with you right here, but I think we also need to tweak this, or like, this doesn't work with this, blah, blah, blah. No, fuck you, it's only this way. So you're wrong. You're part of the problem, not part of the solution. So it's because people make it black and white rather than realizing there is that gray. And the people who are staying silent are the people that are in that gray area rather than just black and white. Okay. Oh, what is it? I did a blog about this one. The transgender surgeries are being delayed as hospitals prepare for COVID. Because, like, I think, yeah, the article was talking about, yeah, people have yelled at me. You have talked about abuse. Why do I have to talk about them? About what I under. You don't have to. Exactly. You don't have to. And it's not only that. It's like, I know a lot of it came with the Black Lives Matter stuff going on. Like, the people that were shot and all that. And they're like, you need to speak up and you need to talk about this and what happened. It's like, well, I'm seeing this differently than you are. Like, there was a couple where, like, they had knives, like, or there's people who are like, why didn't they shoot him in the leg? Why didn't they tase him? And it's like, you realize that doesn't always work. Or there's videos where they tase him, like, well, why didn't they tase him more? Like, you do see that it didn't work, and they would have killed him, so they killed him. Not all of them, but some of them. And, like, there's so much gray area with some stuff. Like, some people see things one way, some see it the other. Some people understand both sides. Like, yeah, you should have done this instead of this. No, he had to do this because of this. There was no good or bad. But, this article I read, and I had actually made a blog on it, was transgender surgeries are being delayed as hospitals prepare for COVID. And they were talking about how transgender people's care were being treated as non-essential. And I talked to one of my friends about this who is actually transgendered, and they want surgery and stuff someday. And the thing is, they agreed with me because right now, that can't be the concern. Instead, for surgery, you need like 7 to 9 people, something like that, to do the surgery. But instead of putting the 7 to 9 people in surgery that at this current time would actually also be better waiting, so then you have less of a risk of getting sick in a hospital, or if you caught it while you're recovering, if that making you sicker or even killing you. Those 7 to 9 people could be going to save 7 to 9 lives due to COVID. The surgery will be there when this is all over. And yes, it's hard and it sucks, and you definitely should be able to get that surgery someday. But right now with the COVID, it just has to wait, and it sucks. But just push through it, hang there a little longer, talk to your friends and family and the ones you love, and how you're feeling, and you're ready for this. Get excited for it. Know that it is someday coming. Do that. If you're trying to save for it where you needed to save money, take the time to put it away a bit more. That way you do have it ready, and just in case. And if you're planning on being out of work for a couple weeks, maybe put a couple more weeks for out of work, or just in case, and also maybe to have a little fun after. So it's not that it's non-essential. It's just, it's best to hold off right now so we can help try and save other people, save more lives, and then also keep you alive, because I don't think you should get sick for this surgery. I don't think you should die for this surgery. Because just right now isn't the best time. It's not non-essential. It's non-essential in the way of, like, I know it helps mental health and helps people be themselves and could help reduce the risk of suicide, but like, in the way of non-essential that it is, it's what is the life priority? It is saving 7-9 people's lives, and possibly saving your own due to this disease. I didn't put it back on. Due to this disease, it will protect you. So that's why it's non-essential, but it's not non-essential. You will get it someday. Oh, what else? Hey, Pastel, do you have anything you want to talk about, or any ideas? Oh, this one! If you're white, you will 100% be accidentally racist at some point. You will speak or act without any intention of being racist and still harm someone. As whites, we are programmed before we know what is happening with this unnoticed racism. Apologize when it happens, then fixes it. Better yet, examine your self-behavior before you're a problem. Educate yourself, read articles by non-white authors about the subject, go on Wikipedia, search terms, twist it into your basic assumptions. But even with all that, prepare for suddenly finding a new bias you didn't know. Oh god, it goes on. Just, by the way, straight up, anyone could be racist. Straight up, not only white people, like, that's racist. That's saying that all whites are racist. You're racist for saying all whites are racist. I don't know if they're white or not. I don't know. And not only that, there's literally a video and this 100% proves anyone could be racist to me. It's a community place to try and bring all people's culture in. Like, that was their focus, was all cultures to be in one place to interact and, to be in a safe place. Well, there was a white person there studying that got yelled at by a person of color, for being there, and they're like, this is our place, you can't be here because you're white, you have all your other places and blah blah blah, when it's supposed to be a place for everyone. And it's like, that's not right. And no, and even then, it's like, everywhere's supposed to be for everyone, because we're not supposed to have that separation anymore. Like, we had the white bathroom and the black bathroom. That's just, you can't do that anymore. That's just wrong. That's bad. That's bad. Don't you know? That's bad. And it's just like, it's, duh. Like, that's just bad. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's calling for more separation. And it's like, no, we're trying to go away from that. We're trying to go from this to this, where everyone's equal and the same and people. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Encourage the white person yeah, exactly. Oh my god. My throat is going so sore right now. I ran out of water too. That picture. What are your thoughts on it as well? I want, and not just that, like, thoughts on other stuff. I want to hear thoughts on other stuff. Let's have a discussion. I'll be right back. I'm going to go down and get a quick drink. I'm going to go grab a juice. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so, Pastel, any ideas on what we should discuss, or talk about, or rant on? Should've missed out on some of the best rant earlier. I'm looking through my thing. Some of those were like from a year. Huh. A lot of giveaways. Earlier we ranted about student loans. And smell. Oh. Are you in college? Like, is it? Are you guys going? Yeah, we were talking about debt, like, because like I'll reread the thing that I had read earlier. Here are some ideas to cancel student debt: live with your parents or roommates. Stop eating out frequently. / make your own food. Buy your own alcohol. Get a second job or side hustle. Stop spending on unnecessary luxuries. Anyone else want to add to the other ideas? Trust me, I went on a rant on that for a bit. Let's do a little bit of car ranting, because you know what? Fuck it, cars. Fuck drivers. Fuck cars. Fuck drivers driving cars. Especially when I heard this on the radio. So there's the thing on the radio where this person, it's this person's worst person for the day. And their worst person for the day is people who drive in the speed limit in the slow lane. And then later on they said you should be doing at least 20 in the speed limit. 20 over in the speed limit. Well, it says buy your own alcohol rather than getting it out. Which is a lot cheaper and I will say is better. But if you're out with friends, I say buy a freaking alcohol. But... let's see. Traffic laws, lanes... let's see. So it's supposed to be like... so this is how it's supposed to be. So like... these are supposed to be going the same speed. It doesn't matter. You're supposed to go the same speed. Well, this is also the slow lane, so like big trucks and stuff that have to go slower or can't get up to 60 miles per hour. Like say if you're on a highway. And then it's also for people merging and unmerging. This is supposed to be just a straight up 60, everyone's going this one. I know, I don't get the whole thing where people are like, oh, it's 60, I have to go 100 here? And then they're going like, I'm just like, you're going to kill someone! And I'm just like, I'm terrified. I'm amazed I haven't been hit and killed. If you want to go a bit faster than 5, I know, I go 5 over just to kind of keep up. Because it's so fucking bad. Because it's speed limit. Not minimum. Limit. I wonder if there's a minimum and a max that would help people go the correct speed better. Could you imagine if they had more, like, speed cameras? Oh, so many people will get caught. And it'd be so funny. Like, we could find so much shit. Yeah, we could find so much shit with how much speed. Oh, it's... and there was a day that I was going, and I was merging, and I was behind a truck that was going slow, and I had fallen back a little bit, where I managed to get up to 60, and I checked, there's no one coming in this lane, and I get over, suddenly someone was on my ass, because they were doing like 100, 120 miles per hour, and I was just like, and he flips me off, I'm like, you're the one that's going fucking 100, that's going to kill someone. Fucking ass. Like, I don't get it. Oh, you missed so much, Geo. I just don't get the need for speed. If you're that late, then you need to leave earlier. I start work at 5 a.m. I leave at 3:30. Oh, getting so much shit off my chest. So much. Because it's fun to discuss it. Now I'm not going too crazy. I'm not going... I could, like I said earlier, I could straight up go into... I could deep dive into politics and so much of that shit, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Ever. Maybe. The only thing I got into is, like... the only thing I said political-wise is that I believe that if the leader is causing this much divide, especially in a country that's supposed to be united, that maybe he isn't the right leader for us. Which I know there are some that definitely helped do better, like Abraham Lincoln got rid of slavery. But, like, what we have right now isn't working. If the cops in my town would catch the speeders, a lot of people would be fined to hell. Yeah. And there's speed limits where you can actually be arrested. I think it's twice the speed to get arrested. Also, you guys both that. There's a huge possibility of making you later than you would if you go the speed limit. Your roommate said but it's so bad. It's so... if you go over... but it's so bad to be going to speed. If you go over 30 to 40, that is such a bad idea. And you're going to kill someone because, like, people speeding that much is usually going like this between everyone because they want to go faster, and it's just like... this is how people die. Politics can't say 6. Well, except they shouldn't stay 6 feet. That's the thing. I'm afraid to talk to him because it's like, exactly, it's reckless June. But like, I want to talk about it, but I know I would get so much shit for it. But it's stuff that should be talked about. And it's like, we've gotten to the point where we no longer talk about things. Yell at each other. And yes, I'm kind of yelling right now, but not in a bad way. It's a passion yell. Not a, you're wrong, I'm right, fuck you type yell. It's, I'm passionate. But I will listen to other people and what they say. But it's like, we need to talk about politics, talk about this shit, because we're not communicating. Things are becoming more and more divided. We're not becoming united. We're not figuring shit out. We're just letting it destroy each other and destroy everything, and it's slowly just collapsing in on itself. So yeah. But I just felt like that's maybe something for a later time. Because I could go into a lot. The other thing is I think that people shouldn't shove their beliefs onto other people. Like, if it doesn't affect you, like, I gave an example earlier and I can't remember. I really can't remember. I wish I knew. It's okay to yell passionately when you're venting. It's frustrating. I agree. Should be discussed and not argue. Exactly, and that's what I was saying earlier. Is I'm so lucky. I have one of my friends that I can talk to her, and even though we have different opinions on things, we still talk. You're right, I'm wrong, fuck you, bitch, that type of stuff. No, we love each other. We're like best of freaking friends, and it's ridiculous that there are literally families being torn apart and hate each other over this. And it's just like, oh my god. Yeah, I just don't like politics mostly because I've seen it where it despises families. I know, and it's that, but that's the thing. That's why I feel like we have to talk about, like, is it worth losing your family over it? Like, why are so people like they're willing to destroy their family for what this president that we have? And I don't think that's okay. That to me means he needs to go out because something is wrong. There's something that's causing this divide in the family. That we need someone that's going to help bring it back together. And yeah, it's definitely anxiety induced. And it's just rough. Oh, that's what I was saying. Like, gay marriage. Like, it doesn't affect you. Don't get married to someone with the same gender if you don't want to. But this is human right for people to get married. They're human beings. It can. So I have some friends are religious, but one, they're open-minded, and two, they don't shove their beliefs on. And I am okay. That's where I'm okay with. I've met people who are like, you need to believe in my stuff, or we're not friends, or stuff, or you're wrong, or hell, or you're not okay because you don't believe I believe. Like that to me is not okay. That's where I see a bad division. But there can definitely be unity, because I do have those friends that are like, even different things, that is okay. And I agree with them, and I like to hear what they think and what I think and why. You're open-minded up until someone is trying to force me to change my opinion, inform me as to why your opinion decide myself. Yeah, exactly. Be able for that is the one thing I will say I don't believe church belongs in politics, really. Like, I am okay with, like, saying a president that gets elected in is Christian, and they're very religious and all that, but I don't think they should be able to put that into politics. It shouldn't be like, I'm taking away birth control because I don't believe. That's not okay. That's not something that should happen. It should be, I'm president, and I'm Christian. I want to go to church on Sundays. I'm going to go to my church on Sundays and still follow my. Okay, that's awesome. They need to stay separate, in my opinion, because I don't feel like they go together. Still, what is that picture? That is fucking adorable. Oh, GlitchCon. Okay. Everyone needs to form their own opinion, and if take laws that limit what your opinions are or what opinion you have, that's not okay. At least in my opinion. But yeah, you need to be able to have those options, and if the laws take away those options to have your own opinion, like there's some stuff like murder and stuff that's not okay. You shouldn't have those options to just murder people. You should just be able to defend yourself. But like, you shouldn't have to be able to decide between no birth control and birth, or you should be able to have the decision if you want birth control and not birth control and stuff like that. Your father dropped going to church, but he never dropped the religion. He's my favorite person in the world and accepts LGBT and doesn't have it take over his life. He never let anything divide his family, and I truly love that man. I think that is the most fantastic thing in the world. I love hearing stories where people, especially since there is a lot of religion that don't accept being gay or trans and stuff. I love hearing the stories where a family does have that religion, but then one of their family members come out and then they accept them. Because then I feel like for some, they realize and they see their own family, and with the way they raise them, they realize, at least hopefully for a lot of people, I know that there's some that's not, they realize this is their blood and that they love them no matter what, and they realize that it's not just an opinion, it's who they are and how they are. And you know that because of the way you raised them in this way, but they still turn out this way because that's just who they are. So I feel like there's a lot more acceptance now than there was. I just hope someday we can all really accept each other for who we are. Just be good people to each other. We become a united nation again. There's so much divide between us now. Because all of my siblings, including myself, are part of. When we came out, he was like, alright, as long as you're happy and pretty angry. Yeah, now, and you aren't. Now, if you came out and you were like, if you're not also gay, then we're not okay. Then that's an issue. I doubt you would ever do that. It's weird if someone does that. I wouldn't be surprised if there are people that do that, because there are weird people all the time. You do really weird things. Doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, bi, trans, black, white. Doesn't matter what you are, there's just some weird people that are like that. And can't not have them. Pretty much. Everyone don't. Oh golly. Just so many things. A deep dive into so many. I mean, people sexualize being gay, like, I'm sorry, what? Sexualize being... what? Okay, can you phrase that in a way like, what do you mean? I think I'm confused as to what do you mean. We sexualize everything at this point, straight up. People are just like, sex. Sex. Like... oh, okay, that's what you mean. Yeah, no, shouldn't be a fetish. Well, I guess... I don't know. Everyone has their own fetish. And there's some really weird ones. But that one kind of can hurt people. Because they could hurt someone that they're with. Because of that fetish. What did captions do? Oh god, what did captions do? I didn't see! Oh god! What did they do? I should probably not let that hide. Oh god. Caption? These captions can be so bad. You disappear as well, Geo, again. That's just a pee fetish. Fantastic. That is... Wow. Okay. Nope, I'm good. I won't ever get that fetish. That just seems weird as fuck to me. Straight up, there's so many fetishes. I'm just like, that's just weird, but you know, that's them, I guess? So, I don't know what... I'll just leave it be as long as they're not just bringing it up all the time, because then that's just weird! Like, you know that everyone has their own secrets, but it's just not weird because people don't bring it up. People don't talk about it, because as soon as you do, it gets really fucking weird, so you don't talk about it. That's just like an unspoken rule. Or like, you get the people that talk about it all the time, it's just like, just shut up. Is that what it's called, you? Yes, but there's a reason they are. Yes, I agree. It's gone into so many places, Geo. So many places. It was Caption's fault, not my fault. Just the captions. Blame it on the captions. It's good. It's why I like doing these rants every now and again, because then we can just fucking talk and just be fucking weird. Yeah, Pastel, god damn it. They like being used as a toilet, but why? I don't get that. Why are you a toilet? You don't flush. I don't get it. I can't get it. Okay, I don't want to be... I'm sorry for laughing. I don't want to be mean for those who do have that fetish, because that is your thing. You don't let it... If you don't let it hurt other people, and you find someone that loves to do that with you... that's up to you, but... Like... I'm sorry, people are gonna make fun of it. Remember I said rumor. Always rumor. Here's the thing. I kind of do think we've kind of also become weak-ass bitches. Straight up. Like, we need to be able to joke about weird shit and know that there are people that are into weird shit and it be okay. And people realize that we're not making fun of them. Everyone needs to know that they have weird shit. So we can all laugh about the weird shit and be happy and funny again. Yeah, like, don't kink shame me, but like what I said, why are you a toilet? That's funny as fuck. But I don't want to offend people and I feel bad, but it's like, oh, my streams have been marked 18 plus for like the past 4 years. I hope. It should be 18 plus. Kink shaming is the kink. That is oh my god, that is like the circlest of circles. Like you can literally kink shaming. Oh my god. Geo, is it 8? It should be 18 plus. This should be 18. This isn't 18 plus. I need to fix that right fucking now. Oh god damn it! But no, we have. We've become weak. I can't say that we haven't. We are, and we used to have the funniest shit. But now it's like we're all afraid to say stuff because we're going to hurt someone's feelings. But what we all. You want to see if that's something you have access to? Okay, hold on. I'm pulling out. Okay, we can in just a second. Let me just check something. But like, we need to realize that when we're joking, that we're not trying to hurt people. We just find it kind of funny. And like, if people joke about me being short. It's fucking me. We joked about me having small ass feet. And you want to know something? I didn't get offended. I thought it was funny as fuck. I had to go get snowboard boots. I'm a size 5 in snowboard boots. Do you know how fucking hard that is? We drove an hour to go get some. An hour there, an hour back. And like, when I took off my shoes, because when we were talking, he's like, "Oh, you're the one that called for the size 5." And I'm like, "Yeah." And I pulled off my shoes, and he looks down. He's like, "Oh, I see the problem, because my feet are small." And we just laughed about it. I didn't get offended because that's funny as fuck. But there's people who would take offense to it. But it's not meant to be offensive. Because being short's fucking awesome. I love being short. And I'm a fucking redhead. I'm the motherfucking devil and I'm going to living hell. Because like literally people have told me I'm going to hell because I'm a redhead. And you know what? I fucking embrace that shit. I'm going to drag you all to hell with me. I'm taking your souls. Do you see how many souls I've taken? All my freckles. Oh god. Short. Okay. Okay. Bitch. Hell and back again. So. Settings. Channel videos. Enable the setting if your stream contains maybe inappropriate. Got it. May never broadcast sexual activity, nudity, threats, or extreme violence. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're talking about sex, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't. It'd be nice if you could check that by going into stream. That's fun. Or something. It'd be cool if, like, up in this like corner, like not this corner right here, but like all the way up. Where's my mouse? Like up here-ish. Like I said, 18 plus. But God, no, like, yeah, just like, yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, we could do a little call. Pastel. I only have like half an hour, but we could do a little call. Just get in my Grizz stream. I would like to hear what your story is. Which, let me volume. There we go. Okay, let's hear your story.
Alright, so, I got a really good story for you, and this happened just yesterday.
Oh god, so that was recently.
Okay, so what ended up happening was we have an autistic kid in our college. By kid, I mean student. And he wears it as a fucking badge, and I love him for it.
What do you mean, like, not like an actual badge, but like...
No, like, he wears it with pride. Like, he says, yeah, I'm autistic, what of it?
Okay, good. Good for him,
Basically
straight up.
that kind of thing. And you know the meme of the autistic and such?
God, that whole thing.
That. Well, he said that I'm gonna autistic out of nowhere, and then all you heard was just a high-pitched scream.
Oh no!
We were all just dying of laughter because all of a sudden he just did that, and we were just like, "You good?" And he's like, "I feel better now."
Oh, that's so awesome! So I just found out.
Oh my god!
I had just found out what that meant the other day. Like, straight up, whenever I hear someone going "ree" or whatever, I didn't know it was an autistic scream.
Autistic thing, yeah.
But I always just thought of it as someone being angry. Like,
yeah,
that's what it's used for.
Too. And then we were just like, it's gonna be both now.
I know.
What just happened to
well,
school? I'm just like, wow, okay.
Like, okay there. Well, and it's not only that, there's so many things like that now. It's like, this thing is blah, blah, blah. People need to stop doing this because of where it starts. Like, but that's not what it means anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that's how no one takes it anymore at all.
I mean, for instance, I didn't, there's apparently a slur that I completely didn't know of.
Oh no.
And apparently, like, it's literally so harmless. It's like the harmless thing. Like, okay, I'm gonna say it right now.
Message me first on what it is.
No, because you've said it before as well.
Oh, I
As a
have?
thing. Yes.
Okay.
It's literally spoopy.
Spoopy?
Yeah. I
Wait, that's
didn't
a
know that was a
slur?
slur, but
What?
apparently it was a slur in the old time days. I'm just like, what the fuck? It was a slur in the old timey days. I'm just like, the fuck? It was so weird. I found that out and I'm just like, why? I found that out on Twitter of all places. I was like, what?
Must be thing that the kids know about nowadays.
I mean, now it's a slang for cute.
Cute and spooky. Yeah.
Yeah, cute, comical, or silly versions of typically spooky subject matters. Now it means that, but apparently it's a slur, and I'm just like, what?
There was something else I had read about that too. Not spoopy, but another word. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Where it's the same thing, where it's considered a slur or something bad. It's like,
Yeah.
literally no one knows that at all. Like, that's not how anyone takes it. I found the back definition in Urban Dictionary, like 7 definitions down. It's like, no one uses it like this.
Yeah.
So it's like,
It's really a matter of perspective.
yeah.
And, I mean, we might as well just like I don't really mind about talking about slurs like as a rant, to be honest, because I do. I mean, I am black and everything. I understand what fucking slurs are.
Yeah, and
Legit.
like, I don't see that as a slur.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was just like, what the fuck?
And it's like, oh, this is how it was taken 100 years ago. This isn't 100 years ago anymore.
Taken 100 years ago now.
I'm just like, that is so ridiculous. Okay, so, oops, that's your phone. Okay, so you just said you're black, right? So I'm
Yes.
curious as to what you think about this.
Oh boy.
Aunt Jemima is no longer going to be Aunt Jemima. They're taking...
Bitch, I love Aunt Jemima. I have her syrup literally on my counter right now.
So the thing is, they're taking away it as Aunt Jemima, or I don't know if the name's going to be the same, or if they're just taking away the black woman that's on there. But it's because it was made in the olden days when they had slaves, and it used to represent a slave woman being like the aunt of the household. So they're not going to do it anymore. But the thing is, in this day and age, at least for me, when I saw that, that's not what I think of at all. And they changed her clothes since then to look more auntie-ish, like an actual aunt. When I saw Aunt Jemima, I think of this nice black woman who see and you just know you could just get the best hug of your life. And you would just be safe and protected.
Honestly, when I looked at Aunt Jemima when I first saw her as a child, I immediately thought of just like, oh, it's a representation of me. Like, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
I didn't think of anything with like slaves or anything. Like, that's like something that is very just like, if you've been through and you've like are a history buff, yeah, I would see why you would maybe see that, but the only way you would know about that history is if you look into history of the company. That's it. That's literally the only way.
Yeah, Juice says, I just thought of her as a lady, and I 100% agree. And
yeah,
now I can see as the older ones, I do believe, as the older ones, I think that they had her as more of a slave-free type of clothing, but then they updated it to be more of an anti-woman, which to me which makes sense. But like,
oh yeah, I see chat at you right now, and I saw it's just like I didn't realize she was black. Yeah, she's black, and she's a beautiful woman.
yeah, she like here's what the
She
bottle
is
looks like.
so pretty.
Then again, I don't remember the bottles we got off-brand syrup. Like, look at her. Doesn't she just look like a nice woman? Like, this was the.
She's so pretty.
I think this
She
was the
honestly
old
actually
one.
genuinely looks like my aunt.
Really?
Yeah.
So
She not only looks like my aunt, but I actually have seen a person that looks like her in real life who is actually a friend of mine's new wife as well.
wow.
So, like, I have no problems with like anything, but I also really like her design. The older ones, yeah, that kind of
Yeah.
looks pretty stuffed.
I just pulled one
Um,
up that shows the older ones. I can see that there, but updating it where she looks like an ant and she's wearing more
yeah, because
clothing
the
of the
older
correct
ones look like
time.
she's a housemaid.
Yeah.
The
But
older
the new
ones
ones
look
don't.
like she's more of a housemaid, and
Yeah.
that's why I would just like, hey, this is where I'm gonna draw the line here.
Yeah, but it's been updated to where it looks like a normal no, they were normal people too.
No,
That sounds
no,
bad. But
person,
like
but
someone
I
on
get
an
what you
even
mean.
ground. And to me it's like now you're taking this away and it if anything it feels like it's taking more representation away from the black community, not adding to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really understand that one, to
Yeah.
be honest. I really don't.
I didn't look at the face on the bottle. That's really what it was. I just saw the name, didn't pay much attention. Yeah,
That's
but
fair.
yeah, completely fair.
Your Jemima syrup, though, can we like talk about how delicious it is?
I just do
Like,
boysenberry syrup, so.
ooh. It's actually really good on, especially on homemade pancakes.
Well,
It's just like,
yeah,
it's
gotta
heaven
do it on
sent.
homemade. Yeah, it's one of those things. I don't feel like there's any reason to get rid of it because to me it just looks like you're going, you are literally
Yeah,
going to her
you're
house for one
backtracking a
pancakes.
bit.
A little bit. It's because of the origins. And the thing is, if we
Yeah.
go back to just our origins, then we're just going to be in the shit all the
Yeah.
time.
Speaking of backtracking, okay, so um, I actually do want a perspective from someone who isn't black.
Okay, yeah.
So this is gonna be like a vice versa thing. Um, do you think blacks should say the N-word still?
Um, I don't know. I won't lie. Whenever I hear say it, I don't say it. I don't care what color. I don't.
Thank
I
God, I'm not the only one.
well, I think it's so stupid. It's like you're white, so you can't say the N word, but black people can say the N word. Like what? But I
Yeah,
will say there was a video that was so funny where oh, who was it? Mike Tyson, I think it was, said the N word, and the
sorry.
interviewer was like saying something. He's like, and the N word. He's like, and Mike Tyson's like, no, say it. No, I dare you to say it. He's like, no, I can't. He's like, why not? Say it. And he has a point. Like, why not? He can say it, but he can't. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
I mean, I personally don't like the word in general, and neither does my family. So like I grew up where in a family where no one says it.
Yeah.
Literally no one says it.
There's no
And
reason
my
to
whole
say it.
family is black and everything. So I always grew up with just like, okay, why the hell are you saying it even though other people can't? What?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
And
fully.
it's more of like a culture thing apparently. For instance, people actually I read this also like some people were getting yelled at because they had braids in apparently
They had what?
because they had braids.
Oh, wait, like white people had braids or?
Yeah, white people had braids.
I've seen people get angry over that. I'm like,
I've seen
why?
that and I'm just like, dude, I would understand if it was a specific type of braid, but if it's just a regular braid, go ham.
I don't
Like,
think we should get
let them have that.
I don't think we should get angry over anyone having braids. Like, especially if it looks good. Or on some people it doesn't look good, but everyone should be able to have the
It's more
hairstyle they
of a,
want.
yeah, it's more of a culture thing where it has cultural significance to the person, and usually The reason why people get mad at specifically like if white people have box braids, which I personally understand why, um, it's more because people blacks are get so much shit for wearing it. Like they'll get sent home if they wear it to school and
Which is
shit.
stupid.
Like
That I
that
think
kind
is
of
stupid.
thing. But if a white person does it, they don't get in trouble. They can wear it. They can go to school and everything. So it's the thing of just like, okay, well, you're just taking our culture, making it, uh, like promoting it and everything, but hating the person who created that culture and
So
who's actively participating in that culture.
so I think it's wrong for places to send people home because of their hairstyle. Like, especially if
Yeah,
some people have the same, like, send one home and not the other. If you're gonna send someone
yeah,
home, you have to send both. Uh, but I think that any any race should be able to have whatever hairstyle they want. And I think it, in my opinion, I think it would actually be great to have hairstyles from other cultures because we don't, what we want to do is start intermingling the culture and start understanding the cultures and learning about them and bringing them all together rather than keeping them separate from culture to culture.
yeah.
Make that inter.
I mean,
So
it's also like when you said earlier about that person of color yelling at that white person for indulging into like learning about cultures. It's also that stigma. It's just like, oh, well, we're gonna get yelled at for learning about the culture and everything. I'm just like, no, that shouldn't be the case because I love learning about all different types of cultures. Like, I have Muslim friends that told me about what their religion's like and what their culture's like. I have Irish friends that tell me what their culture is like. Like, I love learning about that kind of stuff.
yeah, and it's what will bring people together. At my last job, we actually hired a large group of I think it was Muslim people. That was pretty
Yeah,
sure.
maybe.
But they
What
pray like
what do
five
they
times a
have?
day and stuff. Uh, but with hiring all of them, I got to learn more about the culture and learn about them, and it was really freaking cool. And we got to talk and learn about each other, and rather than focusing on, well, we focused on the difference to learn about them and find the cool stuff, but we also focused on what made us the same. And dude, I found out naan is fucking delicious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had never had it before, and they had made it for a potluck, and it was so freaking good. I took like 5 home with me. They made a lot, so it was no big deal. So I'm just like, this is mine. We got out
Could you tell me like what headdress that they have, if or they had any?
of. They didn't have any on.
Hmm.
I think
Did they have like certain robes or clothes?
no, because we all wore a uniform. But
Okay.
I know they prayed 5 times a day.
That's Muslim, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Uh,
Muslim, they have to, I believe they have to pray 5 times a day, looking straight north, I
I
believe.
so or no, I think it's West.
Actually, it might be west.
Might be
Hold
West.
on, let me check.
Remember? But it was really cool learning about them, their stuff, and they actually went through fasting a couple times when we both worked there, and it was interesting to see and learn about why they do it and all that. I don't remember exactly why, but watch, learn, and that's what we need to be getting with and learning about each other rather than yelling at each other for differences. Each
Yeah,
other shouldn't be hating each other for a. We need to make one culture.
trying to find your wording.
Yeah, we need to become one culture. Not like we get rid of stuff, but we need to realize that everyone
We
can
need to
do
like add.
everything.
We need to add to it.
Yeah, but like everyone could do everything. Everyone can have this type of hairstyle. Everyone can eat this kind of food and that stuff. The only race I see is the human race, which I agree and disagree, because we should still see every single race, because everyone has their own culture to them. but we are all one human race. We're all the same
Yeah.
well, for the most part, we're all the same underneath. We all have bones and muscles and blood. We're all just human.
Yeah, I remember there was so many people that I've seen throughout my school life that I was so happy to see just the fact that they're embracing their culture. Like it wasn't until recently until I started like embracing my culture and like saying like, yeah, this is my culture. I fucking love my culture and everything. It wasn't until recently because I was so scared to just like full on embrace it and just like share it with people because of like the stigma around it. And because like it's something that I firsthand experienced where like people were outrightly just being assholes and everything.
Yeah.
Because I remember this one girl, she looked so upset. Like she was just like she looked terrified and everything. And it was mostly because she was wearing a hijab, I've noticed. And I went up to her, I'm just like, "Hey, I actually really like your hijab." And I was talking with her and I was asking like how do you actually like put it on and everything? And she was just her face lit up so much.
Yeah.
Because she was just like someone's actually wanting to learn about it.
It's like just asking questions about that because they want to tell you. They won't bring it up themselves because they're dumb. And it's like
Yeah.
there's just so many things you can learn from each other. So cool. There's so many
Like having
stigma to
passive things.
huh?
That's why I like having like passive things like buttons or some or like pins and everything just on like bags or just like jackets and everything. Just like it's just like a passive thing like saying like, "Hey, this is defining who I am," basically.
Yeah. Well, so and
I
this
want to
one
get like a little Jamaican flag pin
uh,
specifically.
that'd be cute. That would be cute. I like that. Uh, but everyone needs to learn they are as well. It's not just culture wise. It's just or in my last job. So I have a sound on my phone. It goes Pikachu whenever I get a text message.
Pikachu.
Okay, that was pretty damn good. And then I had a Pikachu lunchbox, and so I put my lunch in there and whatever, and I took it to work, and I drove the truck, and I also would put it in the front of my truck so I know my coworkers would know it's my truck, and if they call. But and I had a Halo theme song for when people called, and one of my coworkers told me you'll never be taken serious and never get anywhere if you keep that type of stuff. And it's like, you know what? No, I'm going to be who the fuck I am. If anything, I've gotten farther because of it because it has made people stay. I got discounts at a oil fill because my Pikachu went off, and the person got so excited. And it makes people converse with each other, and I have a Mario lunchbox now. They're like, "Oh, I love the Mario and all that," and it brings out this happiness and joy in people, and it will get me so much farther than just being a boring person that's all business and fun.
You know what's funny? Actually, my father, the one who I was talking about, how he accepts like basically anyone,
Yeah,
and he's just a lovely person. He's actually an advocate for Pikachu. Like he has a
that's awesome.
Pikachu piggy bank. He has a couple of plushies of Pikachu. Like he loves that little thing.
That's
Every single
adorable.
chance I get, if I catch my first like Pikachu in a Pokemon game, I always name it after my dad.
Oh, that's cute. I will say Pokemon 100% brings people together. My sister doesn't play
Mhm.
video games, but we grew up on Pokemon together, and like she has a Snorlax, and
Same.
you turned on my Xbox, Lovey.
It.
But that brings it. There's so many things that can bring us together. And what's funny is so my sister hates video games, but we have Tabletop Simulator, so we're able to play that together
Mhm.
because she loves tabletop games. It's so much fun. Like you need to find the stuff to bring people together rather than tearing each other apart.
Yeah. That's why I always also like streaming as well, because like it's the one time I can see like a lot of people just conversing and just like having fun in a community, and that's what I've also just really loved about streaming.
Yeah, it's what I like about too, and I like being able to be a place where people feel safe to be able to come in and be themselves and hang out and
Yeah.
talk. And I like the fact that we can have conversations like these. And so far, we haven't had any come in and be jerks about it, but I know there
Which
could
I'm
be.
also very surprised about.
I am a little bit as well. I'm guessing if I post this, I'll probably get a few jerks, but you know what? People can deal with it. So
Yeah.
it's streaming is a
I
great
know a
thing.
lot of people will probably, like, if they see this part of the segment, they'll probably be like, oh, she probably isn't black or something. I'm just like, no, honestly, I am.
I know. I don't feel
I'll
like
see a
people should have
picture,
to
go right
lie.
ahead.
Why would people lie about what race they are? Like,
There's a lot
well,
of people that actually lie about it, and
yeah,
it's so disgusting.
it's yeah. You shouldn't have. Sometimes I wonder if it's because some people feel afraid, and I don't think people should have to feel afraid of what race they are. They should be proud of who they are.
Yeah, when I say disgusting, I meant more of like blackface is what I meant.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. That's what I meant because
Oh,
that's the most
dude.
seen case. I'm just like,
Okay. Speaking of that, so I saw a thing where they removed an episode of Golden Girls because of blackface. But the thing is, their blackface was them wearing face masks, like the cleansing masks that, like the mud masks. They
oh,
were wearing mud
that's
masks.
dumb.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
So
That's dumb as hell.
I was talking to friends about that. I'm like, so are we just gonna can't do cleansers anymore because it's considered blackface because it's the color black?
No, like
It's like,
legit. I took a picture of my sister, and she had the face mask on, and it made her it was the black one as well. And it just looks so funny on her, so I took a picture of it. I sent it to her fiance. She's just like, why?
uh, but yeah, it's like, at what point do we get to be too sensitive? Like there is
Yeah,
obvious blackface that is not okay. And then there's face
yeah,
mask that you say is blackface but isn't blackface.
yeah.
And it's maybe a
It's
little,
just it's just more of just like a matter of perspective, I guess.
I guess, I don't know. But it's like I feel like at some point there's too far and we can't make everyone happy. That's the
Yeah,
thing. No matter what happens, you can't always make everyone happy. You don't have the one person that's like, I'm offended to this. Okay, I guess we'll just remove this. Let's just delete everything because everyone's offended to something. Yeah. Yeah, if we delete everything, then maybe no one will be offended. Maybe.
maybe, only maybe.
Maybe. Ah, god damn it. Oh, excuse me. Delete the internet. Delete the world.
But yeah, like it's I know there was someone on Twitter, I remember. They just wouldn't believe I was black. I'm just like, what?
Really?
Yeah, there's someone on Twitter and then there's someone in real life that saw me and still wouldn't believe that I was black.
It's so funny. Like, god damn it. That's just
Like
weird. Like,
what?
how. I think if people are easily offended by things, they shouldn't be on the internet. Yeah, maybe. Probably.
Cause oh, that's a story that I could tell. So my bruh, I think he's going by brother now. I'm gonna say brother, but used to be my sister, friends, and everything. My brother, he was in class, and he was in like middle school and everything. And this is like, the teacher was just like talking, and then mentioned, there's a black person in this room, and they were just like, no, we're all. And then this one student, literally right in front of him, sitting right in front of him, and it's just like. There's no black person in this room. It's like there's one right behind you. And she was just like, "Oh, I thought you were just a very tanned white person."
Well,
What?
whoops.
Granted, my brother is a lot. He's the lightest out of all of us, but he's still but it's still like no, knowing that that's not a fucking tan.
Yeah, I won't lie, there is a couple people. Usually it's the people who have a white parent and a black parent. Like they almost look like they could be a tanned white person. Like there's a couple people, not always, but and I could
Yeah.
see people getting that mixed up, but then it's like if you correct them and they keep doing that, then it's like nah, that's not.
Yeah. There is there's actually a thing where it's just like people thought my mother was black.
Hmm?
She's actually white, but her heritage um to America it would seem like she is white. She's not white. She's a person of color. But to like the overall to like the overall world, she would be classified as white.
Okay, yeah.
Because she's from Portugal.
Okay.
Portugal is very sunny. Oh, like you always have sun on you and everything, so you're just like automatically just going to be tanned and everything. It's just that kind of thing. So in those kind of like places where like you obviously they'll be tan, but not in the sense of you'll see like white, you'll see like a white skin tone after you move a bra or something off to the side. No, that's not how that works.
No, exactly.
But when I say like, yeah, my mom's Portuguese and then my father's black, and she's like, oh, so you're just a black child. I'm just like, no, I'm a mixed child.
Yeah.
But I thought both parents are black. I'm just like, no, my mother's technically white.
Huh.
They just
Interesting.
you just quote unquote don't look white.
Don't look
compared to standards, I guess.
Yeah.
Apparently, you have to have standards to be what race you are. What the fuck?
Wow, that makes me think of fucking Family Guy, where they have like the card where it's like white, black, black, black. Of course, obviously, these shows are so messed up now, it's so bad. But you know, it's kind of funny.
It's that dark humor I strive that I need.
I know, like I'm afraid we're going to lose dark humor. We can't, like, yes, it is stupid, and it is mean. It is mean. It's supposed to be, but it's supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
But people get so offended. Don't let us lose dark humor. We need it. We need it for the dark times.
There's some people who use humor as just like a coping mechanism, because I know I do.
Oh, 100%.
I joke about like really dark shit, but that's literally how I cope.
Dark humor is the best. That's the thing. Dark humor is like dark humor is where we joke about ourselves and joke about the shit, but it's also the funniest shit, and we know and understand.
Then there's some people who are just like, where's the line of dark humor, and then like, for instance, racist dark humor.
I feel like you can tell by
racism.
I feel like you can hear it in the
like
joke.
It would be tone of voice, as well as like kind of like a thing. Honestly, this has become a podcast.
Oh, 100%. Oh yeah.
What you want to name your podcast?
I have a podcast before. This one's just this one's Grizz1y Rants. It's the Grizz1y Rants Grizz1y Rants podcast. Fuck.
Not broadcast now. Bear broadcast.
Bear broadcast. That
actually should be a podcast for you. That actually sounds really nice.
I was actually part of a podcast for a while, but I don't call it a podcast or anything because I just don't do it often. I know it's going off, but it's also so much fun.
And you want to do a podcast with me?
You have to think about whether it's okay to say a joke, then best bet is the joke isn't appropriate. Some of the most
Yeah.
inappropriate jokes are the funniest jokes. Like giggity giggity. That dude's so funny, and he's so messed up. It's so
It's
bad. It's
so
so
bad. It's
funny.
so...
But now
Yeah,
it,
I think what Geo is going with though is I
yeah,
think what it is. If you have to think about um if you should say it or not, you probably
yeah,
shouldn't say it.
yeah.
That's what it should be.
It's. Are you going to be able to tell if it's a joke or not?
Yeah.
Like, if you question whether people will get it, don't say it. Because there are some where you know it's a joke. There's some where you're not sure and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen a couple videos of those, so.
Yeah. I mean also like I think there's also another thing where it's just like um it's probably good to know the person before you say a dark humor joke.
Yeah.
Because I know there's some people that's just like, oh, I don't know the person, but I'm gonna say it anyways.
Oh no. And then it leads
Yeah,
to bad
probably
things.
don't do that. Because that actually happened to me once, where it's like someone made a joke about anorexia, and that's something that it doesn't fly around me because I was anorexic, and I'm currently still recovering from it. So it's just like it's that kind of thing. It's just like you should probably know the person before you go on that route.
Yeah, because you don't know what you're gonna
The
say. All
jokes.
good, Llama.
Yeah, you don't know if that's gonna hurt someone because you don't know what they've been
Yeah.
through.
You don't know if they're okay with. Of course, like, the hard part is, it's also almost hard to gauge it unless you start doing that stuff at some point. Like, you have to say a dark humor joke to see if people are
Yeah.
okay with a dark humor joke. Yeah, but like start to learn as much as you can and be like, okay, I think this person's a dark humor. Say a dark humor, and if they're not, back off quick as fuck. But if they are dark humor, then you can probably keep going with a dark humor joke.
Yeet out of that bitch.
Exactly. Yeet. Oh, god damn it. Oh, it's 7 o'clock. Oh shit. Oh god, I
Oh
gotta go
no.
make food for breakfast.
It's like it's almost 10 where I'm at
That's
and I have
insane.
not eaten. I haven't eaten dinner yet,
I
so
had lunch earlier. I'll probably have a small dinner, but like, I have to make breakfast and stuff for tomorrow because I get up at 3 in the morning. So I don't do it in the morning. Because,
I
yeah,
feel that.
not good.
I usually skip breakfast because I have to go to school in the morning. I have to get up around like 6, get pack my lunch and then get out the door before the bus leaves because it's just like, hey, public transportation, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, no. Gotta,
and everything. So,
yeah, that's why I pre-make all my breakfasts and stuff. I make a bowl of, like, eggs and mushrooms and tomatoes to heat up at work.
mm. See, I wish I could do that, but we don't really have a lot here because like we're tight on money right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like hard because my dad choose like he would choose between paying bills, getting food in
You,
the house, or putting gas in his car.
you
So
should
he
have,
choose one of them
you should
to
have been in
get
my
food.
rants earlier. Because I 100% was going off on that. Like, people shouldn't have to try and survive. Like, especially after, like,
Yeah,
college and all that. Like, people shouldn't have to struggle. People should be able to live. Especially when we
I
have
mean
people
we were
buying
we
10
were
yachts.
struggling like that. We were struggling like that ever since ever since I was born, to be honest. Um, my father literally had to sleep in his car in order to like keep working at his old job, at one of his jobs when I was younger, just to like keep ends meet
Yeah, that's not okay.
for my family at home.
Yeah, that's not okay.
If he
Like,
couldn't pay, if he paid for an apartment, that would be less money. Okay, sleep and
heading out a lot.
money for food and shit.
Yeah, it. God, yeah, you should have been in my rants earlier. I just went off on that whole thing. Like, whole people shouldn't have 10 fucking yachts when there's people struggling to eat.
Yeah.
Alright, I do gotta hop off. I gotta go raid someone. I gotta go make shit for tomorrow.
Woo. You
I
gonna raid?
I don't know.